We're live. Give it. Don't have a panic attack. Remember to give it a couple of seconds.
That's grand. I'm doing stuff anyway.
I have a paragraph written up already. I meant to send it to you before I went live.
Sorry, I was listening to stuff. What?
I have a paragraph written up already, so when it goes live, all you have to do is copy it from the description.
Okay.
Saves you having to write anything. You're a function chair. I remember this. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Whoa. I'm so reclined, I'm off shot. I'm not near the mic. Could actually fall asleep like this. Oh, I'm pulling my hair.
Why am I not the first thing that comes up? Oh, for fuck's sake. I actually put in my entire god. I'm still not even the first thing that comes up.
Like Paris Hilton. Google Paris. Why am I not the first thing that comes up?
This is Facebook, and it's a page I regularly use. There's a big shagging difference.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. No more headphone issues. Oh, hell yes. I think I'm going to Howard Stern it. No?
See how it goes.
As long as I don't get overexcited.
As long as I don't drop the mic.
Should be fine.
Also, don't ask female listeners to turn up the bass.
Won't lie to you, these are actually great. What?
Howard Stern.
I didn't hear a word you said.
Also, don't ask female listeners to turn up their bass.
I'd say if you did Thunderstruck in that manner. Fountain. Splash. When you get a chance, will you go back on the YouTube screen just so I can see what trending looks like? When you get a chance. Make it super polite.
Ah, cock and ball. Oh wait, I never. Bollocks!
2 o'clock in the afternoon, Giz. That's only 3 pretty bad words out in the live stream.
I have not yet begun to fucking swear.
Cock, balls. And then another word for the word you had just said. And to that, I drink an espresso. Anyone that's watching, when you get going, I haven't slept. Come prepared with money coffee.
Razza, son of a bitch. Now, look here.
I'm wearing these all the time during the
Sit
show. I need to try to get closer to you here or something.
Yeah, right, okay. That's done. This is done. Why are so many people looking for me? What's a Neil Quaid?
I should really just mount the camera on top of the 2 computers.
It'd probably go horribly wrong.
Will you turn your mic on? I actually hear what you're saying. Perfect. That's great. Thank you.
This, that.
And the other. Welcome to Kayfabe Or Die.
God, let's have one. Thank
Yeah. Arse.
Hitting.
Are you sleep deprived as well?
No. Hit record. Told he's not allowed to do stuff, and Austin coming down and just wrecking everything.
I can't wait until she comes down with a Jameson truck and sprays everyone.
Whiskey.
Actually, considering she's good mates with Connor, it'll be that.
McGregor whiskey stuff?
Yeah, whatever, then something, insert number.
Yeah. But does this mean so that now Charlotte is a part of Raw as well as as well as Becky, or is this just going to be... Because we've heard, to be fair, there has been this rumor going around for ages that it was going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, and things do seem to be going that way now.
I can't remember where I heard it, but evidently this has always been the plan.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it's going to be triple threat.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, that's actually kind of disappointing, to be fair.
Well, they're building up Becky, and from the sounds of it, Rwanda is going to head off and do the family thing.
That's true, yeah, I suppose.
And I imagine Charlotte, though people are kind of in relation to the storyline at the moment, are a bit like, she doesn't deserve it, and Becky, blah, blah, blah. She does deserve a crack at Rwanda on the biggest stage of them all, and there might only be one opportunity to get it. So, stick the two of them in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Why not Oscar, you ask? Because she's just happy as long as she's kicking people in the head.
Yeah, leave Oscar be
Oscar's fine.
Leave Oscar be what is going to be a new undisputed, undefeated streak, I'm sure. Cause
Oh, good God, I hope so.
We messed that up. Let's start this one again and give her a belt.
Yeah. Unless Lynch wins Mania, then Charlotte comes back and squashes
I don't think so.
Oscar.
No, I think if they're after bringing Charlotte over to Raw for the sake of this, it'd be far more likely that if Becky wins at Mania, then Charlotte sticks her own Raw to try and take the belt off her, maybe.
Policies intrigue me.
Well, it allows for a lot of build-up. We have the women's tag division about to start opening up. So from a certain point of view, that takes away a lot of women from the potential title run lineup, because they're all going to be, they're going to divvy up their tag team now. So you're going to have your tag team division proper.
I think that tag team division is going to travel.
As do I. I think it's going to be fantastic if they do. I mean, like...
Cassius versus Walter next week. It just speaks of people travelling.
Sorry, that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I
was going to wait till we got to NXT to start talking about that.
Sorry, that was also my reaction when I saw it on the television. And I was like, Jesus, that kind of... That came out of nowhere.
Except it didn't.
What?
It didn't come out of nowhere. It's exactly what we were told was going to start happening.
Oh no, I just meant Cassius Ohno. I don't mean what was happening. I mean more specifically who it was happening with.
Oh.
I was just a bit like, wasn't expecting that.
I don't know.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah. Are we getting back?
No, yeah, we're going to get back. It was just when we were talking about stuff changing across the seas and things.
Okay. Yeah.
Structure.
Yes. Thank you. Fuck, gee. Getting back to Raw, because we wanted to just skim over stuff. The other thing is Dean Ambrose deciding, I've got 2 months left of my contract, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
Apparently he's supposed to come down and do something.
Okay, we want you to come down and we need you to say the line, slay the beast. Got it. And we need to explain why you're suddenly flipping for Rollins and you want him to slay the beast. No.
Not feeling it, guys. Not feeling it.
Well, I told you to do it. No.
Or worse yet, okay. Do.
Slay the beast.
And you know what?
Talk to you later.
Yeah, it worked. I have a feeling if he came down a big long ass promo.
It's been long.
Go on.
Long. See, that cryptic, weird Dean has always worked as a character. Not that it matters because he's gone in 6.5 weeks.
I wonder if anyone's actually noticed that Dean did them a favor though this week by not doing the long promo.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you notice, Vince came out to introduce Charlotte, someone came over and you could see him kind of tapping the wrist, and within seconds, because I'd said it was supposed to be a speech out of Charlotte or something, within seconds it's just Vince announces Charlotte's going to be taking the place, and Rollins.
Yeah, and then everything gets explained to the after.
They are going to be the first team into the elimination.
I thought they lost it. Oh no, they just got beat down afterwards.
No, they lost, which is why they're the first team in. The team that got pinned is the first team in.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant.
There's also
Ring confused me.
Because of its correctness.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the coveted last spot into the ring, which is essentially what they were actually fighting for.
No, they were fighting to not be the first ones in the ring.
Which is also the whatever. Okay, yeah, fine, you're right.
Unfortunately, with Banks potentially still injured, Bailey had to fight on her own, and it leads to the question: is it going to be just Bailey doing everything in Elimination Chamber?
Is Banks injured?
Shoulder, I think.
Okay, you can't do what I was thinking, so.
Yeah.
I was going to say, worst case scenario, just grab her legs and just swing her at people. Kind of like a Banks orang.
Great, now this vision of Bailey picking Banks up by the legs and just using her as a club and beating everyone to death.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's pretty much exactly what I said verbatim. It's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, and
because you can give him sass.
I take it this was the other thing you were about?
FTR?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn diddly time.
Well, they had to give them some after not releasing them from their contracts.
I don't mean to shock you. They actually didn't.
What?
They didn't have to give them anything after not releasing them from their contracts. Not a tip. Not a bit. For the same reasons they don't have to release them from the contracts are the exact same reasons that they actually don't have to give them anything. They can just go, you can either shut up and do what we tell you for 2.5 years and then wait the 3.5 months, which is the mandatory contractually obliged bit after your contract finishes, and go do your own thing. Or you can keep spouting off and we'll just sit at home. End of sentence.
That would leave them with a pretty, how can I put this? Well, actually, to be fair, their tag team division is already lackluster, to say the least.
Well, on Raw, it's...
There's what, 3 teams?
4.5.
Because you count the Lucha as a team and a half?
Because they are a team and a half.
Yeah,
even though they wrestle is...
Yeah. But look, my point is that, you know, if they buried the revival, that's 3.5 teams.
AOP will be back soon. How long does they come out for?
I don't know. I can't remember. 6 months?
Yeah, that's season or dead. 3 months now, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
Anyway, so yeah, Revival, new tag champs, beating Chad and Gable, Glorious Gable, whatever way you want to call it. So...
I should be working a birch up there.
Yeah.
Spice the mix up.
Yeah. Anyway, on to SmackDown, and it opened up with basically a promo telling us that Becky is out and Charlotte is in.
Yeah. Where Charlotte was a smarmy bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte comes out
in that sort of, congratulations, Becky.
Yay, Becky.
Go, Becky. Yay.
It's like, finally, you're letting Charlotte be the fucking heel bitch that we always wanted her to be. And it's great. She's fantastic as a heel.
Oh, yes.
Just such a sanctimonious, fucking evil. It's awesome.
Oh, those coffee things are real.
Okay then. Yeah.
Oh.
Next up, we had Carmella. Yeah, we had basically the SmackDown version of what happened on Raw with the women's tag division, whereby loser goes in first. So you had Carmella and Naomi, the Iconics, Mandy and Sonya. Carmella and Naomi end up getting the victory over Sonya and Mandy, who are clearly going to be starting things out against Bailey and Banks.
Yeah, because they want some good action, and because Bailey against the two of them, probably Banks be able to ride it out in the background. One of them will take Banks out early.
Yeah.
I'll calm down.
Good man.
Yes.
Good man. Released on bail anyway, so it is a question as to whether or not it'll affect the match.
Did you see? Oh man, I'd hate to be like that, because I'd imagine like WWE's kind of like the super business equivalent of a really disappointed parent when shit like that happens.
What's worse is it affects 2 of their matches technically. It's a good thing that Naomi and Carla, since they are that hodgepodge team, were destined not to be probably winning anyway.
Were they?
Can you really see? To be fair,
can you tell me why they wouldn't?
Because you've got at least 4 actual established tag teams already in there, with Naomi and Carmella purely being thrown together because Asuka has been. it makes more sense for them to put the belts on an established tag team moving forward.
True, which makes me think they're putting on Naomi and Carmella.
Even if that was the gods insane, crazy, why the hell would you do that? That's not even a thing.
They make me think it's going to go that way, but it's most likely they're actually going to go that way.
Of all possibilities, that is like the one that I would say is not like, that's like the no.
Means that it's definitely going to happen with them.
Well, it probably won't now that Naomi's after screwing up two things.
Yes, well, this is true.
Although I can't just blame her, the two of them in the car together, so, you know.
Yeah. Only one of them was driving it up the street the wrong way, though.
The other one didn't manage to say stop.
He's allowed to be drunk. He's the one in the not driving position.
We were not there. We cannot debate who was supposed to be driving and who decided it might be a bright idea to be driving. All we know is that it happened.
Oh, I'm not talking about the agreements as to what happened and how they ended up happening. I'm talking specifically at the time of tape. One of them was behind the wheel and the other one wasn't.
Right. Okay. Anyway, can we go to the main part of this?
Okay.
Which is the fact that Kofi Kingston fucking rocks.
Oh my God.
Now, before we go any further, right, it should be noted that I firmly believe that before Mustafa Ali had to bow out of Elimination Chamber
This
due to
was
his
for
injuries,
yeah.
this was probably the showing we were supposed to get for him. So all I got to say is well done for picking Kofi Kingston and putting him into this position because he carried it brilliantly. I mean, absolutely.
We need another
brilliantly.
nippy guy who can do loads of bendy stuff.
And take an insane amount of punishment and still keep going.
Then Vince and Steph and Shane and Hunter all looked at each other and went, Kofi.
Yeah. What about Mr. Royal Rumble dude? Although I have to admit it, there was a couple of FUBARs in these Mr.
Actually,
Royal
I know they were like,
performance this year.
Finn Balor. He's on Raw now. Oh, yeah.
Kofi Kingston. Actually, yeah, that would be
Finn Balor.
wrong. Crap.
He's on Raw now.
Kofi Kingston. Perfect.
That one.
Yeah, for those of you that
Jamaican Balor.
for those of you that don't know it, there was basically a gauntlet match to decide who would be taking the last spot in the championship elimination chamber match this weekend, with all the competitors basically going at it one after the other, starting off with Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan, champ.
Yup.
And from out of nowhere, Kofi Kingston manages to pin the champ. After a really brutal, I mean, they were going at it for about 20 minutes, I think.
Solid.
You know, and that was just
great.
the opening of this thing.
They kicked the crap out of each other as well.
Yeah, they really
Amazing.
did. There was.
It was amazing.
Was it Daniel Bryan that put in that backbreaker that made
Yes.
Kofi Kingston yelped like a puppy that's had his tail stood up?
Yeah.
I mean, good God, it was like, ah.
It's like it landed and he was breathing out. So it's like, ooh!
Yeah. So,
It was.
like I said, Kofi manages to pull out a victory against Daniel Bryan, which is rather honest considering that's the champ you just pinned.
Yeah. 3 for Kingston.
Yeah, did Joe kick the crap out of Kingston after
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes.
Yes, he most certainly did.
Which
Although, in the defense of Joe's consistency, even if he'd won, he probably still would have beat the crap out of him afterwards anyway.
or at least thrown him out of his ring.
Either or.
Either or.
Or a combo of 2.
Next we had AJ Styles coming down. Now, Joe has left Kofi ruined on the outside of the ring. He can't even get his leg is shagged. AJ comes down and is genuinely concerned because he's the big face, kind of like, look man, you know, you sure you even want to go on with this? I'll be honest, right? Even once I saw Kofi beating Daniel, I kind of went, are they going to let him go away? And I was thinking in my head, it'd be cool if Jeff Hardy came down. By the way, he's likely to come down with a bottle of water. You know, Jeff Hardy come down with a bottle of water, just kind of before even things get started, just kind of take that, have a drink, give yourself a minute.
Hydrate, my friend.
Yeah,
Because we're going to go.
that'd be, you know, that was the kind of spot I thought they might do. They didn't though. Instead, you had AJ being very concerned for Kofi, who has just gotten the absolute crap kicked out of him in 3 matches plus a Joe beatdown.
Yeah. A serious Joe beatdown.
Yeah.
What was if it was outside the ring?
It was, yeah, because, you know, there's more things to do to people like slam them off of the barricades.
Well, how's he going to say hi to the audience?
Yeah. Hey, Kofi, fans.
Oh, sounded like that time Daniel Bryan dropped down your head.
Yep, except less high pitched.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's Kofi manages to get into the ring. AJ is still hesitant to start the match, and he's really like, look, you don't need to do this.
And Kofi goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he's like, come on, get a match, I want to go, let's go, come
White
on.
lightning starts sprouting from around him, his hair goes blonde.
Yeah, yeah. And sure enough, he does get into the swing of things, and it's a really, really good match.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, it's just more than Kofi can withstand, and AJ ends up taking the victory.
Because he's AJ. Yeah.
He's AJ.
He's AJ.
And then,
holy hell, Kofi Kingston. You see, like, I like the New Day, and I'm a big fan of pancakes. It's partly why I like the New Day so much. But you never get to see like the true showing of the drum because there's that comedy act vibe off them.
there is.
Kofi Kingston used to be a legit boy.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, there's also
Still
those.
is a legit boy.
There's also those times that Big E every now and then would hit the beast
Unleash the
button.
beast.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kofi Kingston, hell of a performance. AJ Styles, like I said, beat Kofi, and then from out of nowhere, Orton RKO victory. Orton's the last one to the cell. Like literally, the time I was looking, kind of going, there isn't enough time for another match unless someone comes from out of nowhere. It's just like,
I love it. I love it.
I honestly,
20 years of him fucking just boom. Oh,
I
never get sick
wonder.
of it.
I wonder if Mustafa Ali had been in the match, would they have let him beat AJ and then an RKO'd? That could have been a hell of a finish.
I think when the Joe, I think they would have still done the Joe finish.
With Joe leaving him a wreck, AJ coming back and like, you don't have to do
Yeah,
this.
because if you look at the pre-storyline with Joe and everything, that's very.
Man, a few weeks ago when Joe thrown him off of that ring post, I mean,
Through him.
Tomato. The point is, the Mustafa Ali was horizontal in the air and just went BOOM!
Both applicable to part of vegetables and or fruits, depending on what side of the fence you land on, as to what Kofi Kingston looked like after he got dropped on the ground.
Yeah.
Segue.
I was referring to the time Mustafa Ali got thrown at the start.
Or sorry, not Kofi Kingston, I meant Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Joe threw him like a little human.
That was just, yeah. But like I said,
Goodbye, Pinata Man.
the stage is set for that Elimination Chamber match. Orton's going to be the last one in.
Yep.
It won't be from nowhere, because I imagine everyone will be looking at his cage going, you sneaky bastard. You
Well, it could be from out of nowhere because it's the last one in.
Tricky camera angles.
No, just the door opens and already many men are beating the crap out of each other and probably aren't paying attention to when the door opened. And then RKO. Oh my god, he's going to WrestleMania. He is, isn't he?
Nah, I don't think so, because
He's only
it's going to be cool.
mighty.
But for now, in lieu of Kofi's performance, I think we can all agree that I had to take 6, I realised the volume was down more. Right?
It's okay. Filled in the horn.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just going to check to see if the battery's holding.
Right, 25 minutes.
And those headphones are so good. If anybody from us is watching, Lidl. Amazing stuff.
You know what?
You back already?
No, just turning up the volume here.
How do I get the floss again?
Just because I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. That's more like a towel shape.
Yeah, but that's what the floss is. It's like this.
You were doing it, you're more like trying glasses.
No, what's wrong?
No, because I can't do it.
Damn co-host.
I don't dance.
Bullshit. What's the new dance?
Take a look at what I'm actually doing, because it's less dancing and more like very slow moving choreography.
Like walking, but not with any forward momentum. Because Giz's dancing and walking are very similar to each other. Well, you walk like this, and then you dance like this, which is essentially you're walking on the spot.
Well, I suppose considering usually when I'm walking around I do have very loud music going in my ears.
Do you know, I never realised there was this lyrics in the fucking New Day song.
That's because you're too busy looking at lads throwing up paddles.
And of walking down with abnormally large amounts of sausage.
Anyway,
Do you remember Big E coming to the ring this week? He had a baloney the size of his leg. It actually looked like they skinned an elephant leg and just wrapped it in plastic. Put that there, would you? Put it back on.
10 seconds. Come on. And we're back because apparently that was a new day and Kofi Kingston stole the fracking show on SmackDown.
I went a bit Michael Jackson at the end of that there.
Okay.
I don't know, I just felt like it was missing at the end of the song.
Alright, okay, fair enough.
Look, that's a great elimination chamber picture.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry, I'm keeping that for later. Moving on to NXT now. Undisputed announced that they've hit a few speed bumps. But
Okay, it's not the beginning to 2019 that us boyos were looking for.
But interestingly enough, it gives them a clean slate insofar as their tag team because...
Yes, I liked how Roderick was like, now that Fish is back, I can go back looking for gold.
Yep, so Fish and O'Reilly are going to be hunting the tag team titles. I suspect Roddy might be going for the North American title and Adam Cole going for the heavyweight, maybe?
Yeah. Although he's in the North American title picture, because I mean he's got a pretty sticky feud going with
But you see, that's just it. He also... Okay.
Ricochet.
There was a match between Ricochet and Adam Cole that we'll get to in a little bit, which is kind of why I'm thinking that maybe Cole's deciding, you know what, screw it, you know. But yeah, basically
He's too nippy.
Yeah.
I need a bigger dude.
Undisputed kick off NXT by basically saying that they're back and they're gold hunting. Match
Wearing such new t-shirts that they haven't even taken the WWE logo stickers off of the front of them. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. Anyway, match-wise, Dominik Dijakovic. Sweet mother of divine frack. He takes on Shane Thorne in an amazing match and just shows that, like, how does someone that large move like that?
Makes no sense.
He did
Makes no sense.
He did a corkscrew lariat from the top outside onto the ring onto Shane Thorne, and it was just like, where did that come from?
The speed of it.
Yeah, I can like.
He fights with this guy with the greatest of ease.
He strikes with his elbows. He hits with his knees. No, that was Rene Bunyaski.
I think it's quite applicable to Dijakovic.
Yeah, true. Needless to say, Dijakovic took the victory there.
Eyes.
Humberto Carrillo and Stacey Irvin Jr.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to get sick of watching Humberto.
Yeah, they were set to take on the Street Profits when something interesting happened. When Carrillo and Irvin Jr. were in the ring...
Ono comes down.
Yeah, Cassius Ono comes down.
Tells everyone he's sick of their faces, and he's sick of what you look like, and he's sick of what you sound like, and insert Healy stiff here. And then Keith Lee came out and bust his face. Oh no, he said he was leaving and you can all go suck his bits.
Yeah.
And then Keith Lee came out and bust him. And then he picked him up, he bust him again. And then Keith Lee said, you're lucky I didn't come out and kick you in the dangly bits like you did to me. Then the whole crowd chuckled. In a good chuckle. Yeah. Like universal kind of like, ha ha kind of chuckle. And then Keith Lee very politely said, apologies for the delay, lads. By all means, out you go. And then the Street Profits came out and they all hummed up with Keith Lee.
There was one bit that I thought was pretty cool when he looked out at Cassius and just went, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Yeah.
And then looked up and went, apologies for the interruption. That was it was brilliant.
Yeah, and then the Street Profits come out and they're all high fives and everything, and they dance down to the ring and everything's fun. And then they turn on the we hate your face switch.
That was an insane match.
They really turned it up a notch.
And fair play to... Now, we sang his praises at the Worlds Collide tournament.
And before it, because it's
before,
like...
Because Humberto Carrillo is one that's definitely... He's a guy that they should be putting gold on at some
point. Yeah. He's
future.
Great, man.
And
he's
fair
great.
play... Now, I think it was the first showing for his partner, Irvin, Stacey Irvin's Jr.
Tell you what, he's done one of the best standing moonsaults I've ever seen.
Did you see the fucking standing side suplex that dropped him on his head?
Yes. Thank God he's got that afro.
Everyone, I've seen a lot of stuff, and even I just went, oh crap, they broke his neck.
Yeah.
and you could see the way the ref went.
Yeah, McGuinness, you heard it. McGuinness, his voice is going. He was like, "Holy hell!"
Yeah, he's probably like, I felt that one.
Yeah.
But fair play, the lad is clearly springy enough.
He also did one of the best standing moonsaults.
Yeah, that was just
like he literally. You can sometimes when people jump, you can see the flip starting to happen as they jump. This guy got up in the air first and then does the flip. It's like watching it in like an old 1980s Sega Mega Drive game.
Yeah.
Like Sonic. You know, it's like jump up, I'm in the spin. Jump up, I'm in the spin.
Me doing Street Fighter, spin, kick. But really, really great match, which to be fair, Street Profits did take the victory for.
Yeah.
And then kind of announced themselves as being looking for the tag team gold, which everyone is doing.
Yeah. They're very angry now.
Yeah, they're saying they deserve a title shot. The EU comes out, which
is the European Union comes out.
Eichler and Barthol, soon followed by the real EU. Well, not really EU.
No, they're not. They're more NATO.
Holy crap. NATO oh god, it's the Axis versus NATO.
Who's undisputed?
I don't know. But like in the meanwhile, Larkin and Birch, like we said, NATO came out, followed by the War Raiders came down and just basically said, okay, if everyone wants a shot at the gold,
I'm hearing a lot of talking. I'm not seeing a lot of fighting.
Bring it.
Pretty much is the line. And then they're like, why don't one of you step up and make a move? Then out of nowhere, Undisputed Era come down. They make a move, beat the crap out of them, and then in a very badass way that Undisputed Era do, throw a couple of digs in really quickly, and then roll the two boys from War Raiders into the very angry hive of piranhas that are waiting for their little chunk of flesh. Then, thinking they're really great, walk up the ramp to watch the anarchy that they've unleashed, to turn around to find out the War Raiders have thrown everything out of the ring. People, all their bits, they killed Lorcan, they murdered Birch.
Yeah, but it's probably because they were the only two boys that were willing to take shots that fracking.
Yeah, I appreciate that even after everyone else had been thrown out of the ring, Lorcan came in and stuck in the headbutt.
Yeah.
And then got murdered.
Then got murdered,
Like badly.
But like I said, it's probably because Lorcan and Birch are two of the guys who were kind of like, we'll have a go at that. Yeah, we'll.
Come on, if you think you're hard enough. Now the problem with that is when they came into when they jumped in the ring with the other guys, the two of them looked tiny.
Yeah.
Compared to the two of them, and then the other two sets of teams looked super tiny compared to the two lads from War Raiders.
Street Profits didn't, to be fair.
They don't look tiny in height, stature. Build wise, one of them's grand. The other one, like
Montez is
Montez is the skinnier one.
Yeah. Montez and what's the D'Angelo? Yeah.
D'Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah.
Montez Ford, D'Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, there we go. But really like great way to close things out.
Can we do their theme tune for this week's NXT section?
Who?
Street Profits.
Oh, the way it was going.
I just like the beginning.
Anyway, match-wise, after that insanity, we had Tainara Conchi taking on Aaliyah.
Are you crazy?
She didn't
say
it this week.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It was getting a bit redonkulous now.
I don't know. I think in certain circumstances it can work. But while the match is going on, Vanessa Bourne comes out to kind of take a look in her...
And grab a foot.
Dominatrix gear. And grabs onto Tainara's leg and ends up with Aaliyah taking the victory. And then...
In a very vicious kicky of the facey. What was it, a Kimura lock, and then just kicked her in the back of the head repeatedly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kimura lock, Kimura axe kick combo.
Stomping on the back.
Yeah, it was looked nasty.
But Bourne and Aaliyah are in the ring when Baszler comes out, along with Saphir and Duke, and it's just mayhem.
Well, Baszler comes out, and Bourne and your one go to leg it. Then Shafir and Duke throw them back in the ring. Then they all get eaten alive, and then Tainara Conchi gets specifically eaten alive.
Yeah.
They all get eaten alive, basically.
And then Baszler just basically says, "We rule, ye suck."
Yeah. They basically do the undisputed thing.
To a degree, yeah.
They come down, kick the tits off everything, and then just be like, "Oi, we're where it's at."
Speaking of the undisputed thing, the main event of NXT this week was Ricochet versus Adam Cole.
Baby. But holy moly, I was just like, oh, if there was a way to bust a kneecap. That's it.
Ricochet would end up taking the victory by Undisputed, and funnily enough, Aleister Black would come down for the assist.
Yeah, and then he got it punked as well.
Yeah, you see, this is what I'm saying, right? I think this is why Adam Cole is going to.
Yeah, they're going to transition Cole into Black.
And up onto the heavyweight
and
championship
Roddy
roster.
onto Ricochet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh baby, Roderick Strong and Ricochet match. Oh.
Which can then, like I said, filter into Roderick Strong going for the American and Cole.
You thought it was hard wrestling when you had only one leg, mate. Wait till he takes out your whole fucking spine.
Yeah.
Have you felt my knees in your spine in 14 different ways? Yes. Yes, I have.
So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a thing.
And then we travel to the UK.
Yes, NXT UK kicked off. They're coming from Phoenix, which I think, unfortunately, kind of detracted from the show because it's not the UK ravenous crowd, and so the chants weren't quite as prolific. And
well, it was pretty predominantly face crowd or face participants. Wasn't a lot of heelishness.
Well, Jordan Devlin in the crowd, and Ginny, Wolfgang.
Ginny. Yeah, but you see, the thing with Wolfgang, I'll tell you when I knew it was the American crowd was when there was no "Awoo" for the Wolfgang intro.
I knew there was the American crowd when there was no chance when Tony Storm came down.
I didn't notice that.
I did, because normally there's a Tony Storm, Tony Storm. You know, it's there's usually that.
What can I say? European fans are just designed for wrestling.
Yeah. But like I said,
we're sophisticated hooligans.
Yes, we are. That promo between Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley, where, like you said, you thought that everyone's dreams were going to come true at one point. But no.
Look, I'm not ashamed to say it. For a split second, it looked like they were going to kiss.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like a big long like lesbian makeout session in the middle or anything, but like just that nose to nose. We're so angry. The fuck you do?
Yeah, actually, I could see Tony Storm doing it, and Rhea Ripley being like, what? And then just flicker off and run.
Yeah, or just like nail her with the she gives her a little peck in the lips and then Tordy bomb.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or she just gets rip-tided or something, I don't know. Either way, but holy hell.
Yeah.
The tension, I didn't even want to cut it with a knife. You could have cut it with a knife, but I was willing to let it play it.
The end result is that Rhea Ripley has got a rematch for Tony Storm for the UK Women's Championship.
Yeah.
So
where in the UK you still get a mandatory.
Yeah. Well, it's
that crossed my mind last night when I was watching it. I was like, I thought didn't they get rid of that?
No. I think they only got rid of it in main roster stuff because main roster stuff is going down the toilet a lot. Whereas NXT, you know what? We're going to leave it there. Why? Because no one's bitched about it yet, and because we haven't screwed anything up due to it. So we're good. Let's just keep on going.
That's going to end up in this crazy feud then, because it's going to be like the Banks Flair thing, where like Flair wins it, then Banks has the automatic.
Look, like I said, hang on.
Then Banks wins it, and then Charlotte has the automatic title rematch. That's
how they buried it into the ground. They haven't done that in NXT yet. They still have the opportunity to do it properly. This is my point. You can
properly,
without burying the damn thing. Anyway, match-wise, we had Noam Dar returning and taking on Jordan Devlin.
Yep.
Really, really good match.
That was a great match.
At one point, it looked like Devlin was going to
break his ankle off.
Yeah, shatter Dar's ankle, the way that he had with Travis Banks, which led to Travis Banks coming down and sticking around. And it's...
Just let them fight.
Yeah.
Just let them fight.
We've been denied this match twice already.
Don't even make it. You've denied us the match so long now that I think you should just let Devlin come down in his leather jacket, walk the two boys out to the back of the courtyard and just do it in bloody car park.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Noam Dar would end up taking the victory in this match despite Devlin doing his best and triggers.
Banksy shenanigans.
Yeah, the usual bit.
Yeah. I'm loving Devlin at the moment. He's great.
Devlin would end up jumping Dar after the match, and then Travis Banks...
That backdrop driver is just...
Into the knees?
No, where he like pulls you up into a backdrop, bang, but it's just the viciousness of the backdrop that he does.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a ripcord backdrop driver. because he really arcs you up.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, Devlin would jump Noam Dar after the match, and then Travis Banks would jump in for the rescue. And I'm starting to wonder, like, are they just going to let them do it?
Just do it.
No DQ match at like the next takeover or something like that, or before that even.
Cage.
Oh, cage, yeah.
Cage
Match. Ooh.
match. No, even better, do a Mad Max cage match, like where you have like weapons hanging from the.
They did that in Impact. It was the Asylum.
I remember. It was Raven and Abyss, and I think Willow was in it. Who's Jeff Hardy?
There was ones before that as well.
Yeah, no, but I particularly remember that one because Raven was in it, and there was weapons hanging all over the. It's a Raven. You know how those things go.
Yep. We had part of NXT UK, and it's something that was built this week in both NXT and NXT UK is the fact that they are going to have superstars crossing brands. Now we did have Cassius Ohno announcing that he was going to be moving somewhere else, so the match between himself and Walter has been announced. Yeah. We also saw.
You thought you had problems with Keith Lee? He picked Keith Lee up. He throws Keith Lee around like a little baby.
Walter picked up Keith.
Yeah. Like a little baby. Like, do you remember when Ricochet jumped to Keith Lee?
He's your baby.
Yeah, like in that same virtualish level.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a large man.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, we had Ginny taking on Mia Yim here, and
oh yeah, that was great.
It was.
That was absolutely great.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised Ginny got the win. To be honest.
was very surprised Ginny got the win.
Yeah, they're really pushing her.
They are.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Neither do I.
To be honest.
There's but anyway,
like predominantly, all she seems to do is lock people's arms up on the ground and kick them in the head.
Yeah.
Which, like, I know you were kind of impressed with it last week or the week before because it's vicious looking. I'm like, yeah, but as that keeps going on, that's not really like a. It's not an interesting finish.
In much the same way that, like, as much as I love Nikki Cross, I'd like if she actually wrestled.
She can wrestle. It's actually very annoying they don't let her do anything.
I've yet to see the woman wrestle because I've only seen her in NXT brawling, which, like I said, fun. I love Nikki Cross, but at the same time, I'd like to see her do more wrestling moves than just her swinging neck breaker.
She does the crossbody and she does that reverse DDT.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Anyway, getting back to NXT UK,
World DDT as well, actually.
The main event for NXT UK this week was Pete Dunne taking on Wolfgang.
Amazing. That was me licking my lips. I just realised how bad that sounded.
Yes, it did.
That was me licking my lips. If you don't believe me on the radio show, there's a video show on YouTube. Go there, you can see the proof.
Sorry, I just realised the mistake that I made earlier that fortunately we didn't have to suffer for. It's okay, we're all good, let's keep going.
Okay.
Yep, I'll explain afterwards.
Okie dokie.
It's fine. Yeah, Pete Dunne once again putting on a clinic in regards to submissions and joint manipulation.
Holy moly, this is great.
I thought he was going to break Wolfgang's fingers off at one point.
I thought he kicked his leg clean out of the socket at one stage.
Yeah. Really good back and forth match. Eventually Dunne would take the victory. Once again, 600 plus days as UK champion.
Yeah.
Hooah.
Oh. What was that? Reigns of records? Record reigns of what? What?
Yeah.
What is it?
Don't see him losing that belt anytime soon.
No. Well, you wouldn't know. I can see him getting pushed. I can see him getting moved into. I can actually see him getting moved into the actual
main roster.
I can definitely see him getting moved into the actual main title belt picture in NXT anyway.
But he has the main title in NXT UK.
No, I mean NXT.
If they want to establish all these things as being on somewhat of equal footing,
there's already talks of Black going up. Dunne's a good replacement for Black.
Right. But like, why they've got plenty of talent in NXT. Here's my point: if they move,
they like him in NXT.
But if they move him from NXT UK, then it's returning you to your grading system. You start off here, then you get moved up here, then you get moved up here. The whole point of the people going around is that it's all on an equal footing. What I think would be better would be champion versus champion. Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa, because that's the level that their belts are at, right? Even if one of them wins, you still have a match that says both of those belts are the pinnacle of what they're at. So regardless of what division you're in, these are the men to beat. You have travelling guys going around. Oh, I couldn't beat Pete Dunne for his belt. I'm going to try champ out. Well, that was a terrible mistake. I'm going back over to UK division. And the same for, like I said, I think it's how the future of the women's division, the tag division, is going to be showing what way they're going to be doing it by having, admittedly, a singular title which travels through shows, but at the same time can showcase all this different talent, having to travel to take them on. What if the team is
too many maybes?
Possibilities are endless.
I go with what are trends of history.
But the whole point is that they're trying to set new trends.
But the whole point is they're doing what they always do, and they say they're trying to set new trends, but they're actually not.
We haven't. NXT certainly is.
NXT is a different thing.
Exactly, it's the thing we can rely on. It's the thing we're talking about.
Yeah, but once you start getting into moving stuff in and out of different rosters, I don't know. I have a feeling Dunn's going to get moved. Don't ask me why.
He is by far and away their...
Because I already explained.
He is by far and away their most popular, fan-devoted wrestler in NXT UK. Why would they take him out of the place where he shines the best? Admittedly,
because he shines equally as good in NXT.
I was going to say he has always done well in the other places, but at the end of the day,
they freaking love him in NXT.
At the end of the day, is there anyone in NXT UK right now at the moment that you think would be able to move into that position and garner that amount of fan support the way that he does? Zach Gibson can... The entire... Do you reckon just put Walter up and move Pete Dunne up?
No, I'm saying like some sort of feud or anything. I'm not saying that happens. You said, who do you think can fill the block if he got moved up? So I answered Walter off the bat. Walter, that's what he's there for. Because when eventually they clash, that's not going to be a win for Dunne.
Or would it?
I doubt it.
Why not?
Because he's undefeated.
Yeah.
He's very early in the undefeated streak to have him defeated, I think. Although it's hard to tell with him.
See, now
they've rocked my trust so much.
See, here's what we're going to the whole predictability of or unpredictability of what you were talking about a while ago. You have it in your head that all the fans have it in their head. Walter is this big, indestructible, unbeatable monster. Comes in and going to decimate everything. Perfect David and Goliath situation. You have your champ who has managed to last through everything, and now here he is literally taking on his biggest challenge ever. Sounds like the perfect opportunity to have David squeak out a victory there, considering, you know...
I don't know.
It's just what I think. But yeah, future is up for grabs. Just briefly before we go...
The only problem with not letting moving Dunne out and stuff as well is that you don't get to let people get their minute in the spotlight. Because currently, there's been one dude in the spotlight who's also not there as much because he's bouncing around doing stuff in NXT and everything as well. So he's semi like Brock Lesnar, except that he actually does quite show up for work, but he's also, as champs go, not there as much as they ordinarily would be.
He's on pretty much every NXT UK show.
Not everyone, though.
I said pretty much.
You didn't see him for a good while during the takeover run, up until takeover Blackpool. He'd be gone for weeks because he's getting mixed into storylines over in NXT.
Yeah, maybe. Before we close things off, do you want to do any predictions in regards to Elimination Chamber?
No. I did want to say that well done AEW selling out
4
double or nothing.
minutes.
4 minutes.
Holy frack, man.
Over 11,000, what is it, 12,500 seats, I think?
I wasn't paying attention to...
Or is it they can only do 11,500 and there was 12,500 pre-booked seats if they were available? It's ridiculous.
And the question I think is, right, and I know it's terrible for me to say it, but
will Fozzy do a gig after it? God.
I was going to say it's a question of longevity.
Oh yeah.
How long do you think those kind of sales will keep going? To the point that, like, at the moment...
I think if they keep putting out a product that is keeping the audience as wholeheartedly fulfilled at the end of a show as they have done with the first one, I wouldn't see why anything would drastically change for quite some time.
How much of it do you think is fueled by speculation? At the fact, okay, finally we have Impact for a while was a rival to WWE. Mainly in the early 2000s, up until about 2006, they were doing brilliantly. Their matches were basically the reason I didn't watch mainstream WWE for a very long time because I couldn't be bothered. Impact was better.
To be honest, if you look at everything that happened with Impact, it wasn't bad wrestling, and it wasn't. I tell it like it was bad booking, bad wrestling, and bad backstage management as well.
Precisely, which led to a massive downslide. The moment Hogan and Bischoff turned up, I literally turned off.
I don't know. It just these guys seem tight knit, and they don't seem to be coming in at. They seem to be trying to make it a legit business.
So did TNA at the start. Now, I'm not questioning their will to do this. I'm not questioning whether or not they can do this, right? What I'm saying is, much like TNA, there's a very strong start. So the question is, how strong or how long does that strong start last? How long before the ticket sales start dwindling down and people kind of go, well, you know, it's there and it's good that it's there, but we're not as excited anymore because it's not the brand new shiny thing. You know,
I really think if they keep putting out a good product, that's like you could say the exact same thing for WWE. Why did people go so mental for so many years?
Because it was well established for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that though the actual company itself isn't well established, its content is.
AEW, you mean?
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Or should I say that its contenders are, and WWE people kept watching that for years because they were pumping out a good product. During the Attitude Era, it was pumping out a product where it was like it was must see TV.
Yeah,
and then they're still as bad as their numbers are. They're not crazy bad due to the fact that there's still so many loyal fans that are like, it'll get back to normal, it'll get better. Oh, I remember the good old days. This Becky Lynch thing has my interest peaked. It's just like the Stone Cold days again.
That's because they're pretty.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. It's verbatim, right down to the exact same knee with the injury on it. But what I'm saying is, the guys that are running this, and Tony Khan, all seem to be very level-headed about what they're doing, and I just feel they've got a right clique of wrestlers in there that are real forward thinkers about the way the business should go, and I think if they keep putting out a really good product, I don't see why sales would disappear. I think they'll be able to keep building loyalty, like any good brand, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, that pretty much brings us to the end of things for this week because, well, otherwise we're going to end up getting caught for time.
Whoa, that must have been
we're going to be back at the same time, same wrestling time next week, where we'll be no doubt talking about more. No, that's not what I was.
Oh, you're not going to put. Oh,
no, because I thought we didn't pause between segments.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to get things hyped for like this weekend.
Hype.
Anyway, like I was saying, we'll be back same wrestling time, same wrestling station next week. If you want more of myself and Johnny Deadly's ramblings, you can check us out on the Gorecast, which goes out Sunday nights live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we
say Facebook and Twitch just for safety's sake.
Where we cover all manner of horror stuff in much the same way we cover all manner of wrestling stuff this week, although a bit more focused.
It's not though, really, if you think about it.
With the Elimination Chamber coming up, this Sunday night, like I said, we're not going to really speculate on matches because apparently not going to bother.
I won't lie to you, I can't remember the card. I haven't slept in 2 days. Okay. I know that Daniel Bryan, Mustafa Ali, and several other people are wrestling because the picture was there in front of my face.
Yeah, there's also the women's tag Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. And there's a women's tag match.
That's the tag.
No, sorry, there's a women's championship match.
Oh yeah, Ronda Rousey's taking on Ruby Riott.
Oh yeah, that's who it is. Yeah,
forgot about that.
That's not that advertised. I forgot about that completely as well. I just knew she was doing something.
Yeah. Anyway, we should be back next week. So for now, I'm the Giz saying bye bye.
Toodle pip.
See y'all later. Bye.
What is this? Oh, okay. Oh.
I don't know why, but I just assumed we'd be doing like, oh yeah, Elimination Chamber is on this week, so you know, who are you doing this?
I didn't know any of the cards. Like, I don't want to just guess what, like, if we're doing predictions, let me know so I can have an actual, you know, a bit of a think.
I thought maybe we might have it.
No, I've been editing our TV show and a wrestling show, pay-per-view. Yeah?
More about the Iron history of this.
You can plug headphones into the headphones.
So, 2 cents.
Yeah. Who's it?
It is 1:30. These are the words. Snap and bang and track.
What?
It's 2:30, so you know when I head up the road, I'm going to run straight into school traffic.